up, fellow YouTubers? Mike Adams here, bringing you another small project for this 2008 Pontiac Grand Prix. It's a mess right now. I was actually in the process of cleaning it. I did some armor all today. You can kind of see that the dashboard and everything's a little more shinier. It's the first time I've actually used the liquid form of armor all. I'm usually using the wipes, but I got everything kind of shiny and whatnot. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about this. Ever since I've had the car, whenever the lights are on, the center console lights are burnt out. Again, lights, no lights. So I looked up online exactly how to remove this whole center console, and I'm going to give it a try. Now, it doesn't seem too complicated from what I've seen. Basically, and I have this seat moved up. The seat's probably going to have to be moved back at one point to gain access to both bolts, but there is... oh, the lighting is terrible, I'm so sorry. Okay, down here on the floor, toward the floor, here's the side of the console. There is a bolt right here at the very bottom, almost toward the floor. There's one there, and then of course there's going to be one right across from it on the driver's side. And there's supposed to be two more up here somewhere. So there's 4 bolts total. They're not over here, so I bet, let's go back over this way. Just banged my hip off the side of the car. Did not feel too good. Let's try this. Okay. Well, one bolt's right there. Right here. Here's the carpet, so it's, you know, right there at the bottom. And the other one, hopefully we can gain access to it by doing this. Oh, right there. Yeah, you can see that one nice and clear. So that means the other one is on the opposite side. So this one is actually almost dead on with the shift lever itself. So we remove those 4 bolts, and then he said there was a connector. Oh, okay, my hand's on it. There's a wiring harness. Probably, yeah, I think that's it right there. Actually, it feels like there's more than one, unless... oh, I see what happens. I think it's on a clip. Yeah, okay, it just clips on there. I don't think you have to disconnect anything. Maybe you do. I'll find out when I get to it. It was on a clip, and it clips onto the plastic. So that's what he mentioned there. I don't think you really have to take anything out of the console, because this is all, I think it's the same piece, or actually maybe not. You may not have to. The lid's probably going to come off. The actual console piece might actually stay. The cup holders are going to come with it, so I wouldn't worry about those. And I think this is too. Don't think you have to remove the shift lever. At least from what I've seen, it seems like it would fit through just fine, because the shifter is actually at an angle. It's not perfectly, you know, straight. It's angled more toward the driver, so that might not have to come off. If it does need to come off, there's a screw, I think. I've never taken any of these off before, but screw underneath the button, and I think we just pop it right off and take it off. So once that is done, we just, I think from the back we pull up on the entire console, and the whole plastic piece just comes right off. So I'm gonna get my tools. And I'm going to go ahead and undo the bolts first. See what happens. The socket size that I found that fits is a light. Where's the light? 13/32. That's what fits. Okay, all of the bolts have been removed, and I don't know if you're like me. I don't really like it when when my seat's messed up, but my seat is all the way up now, and I have a feeling it's going to drive me crazy to try and figure out where it was before. Also, I know what you're all probably thinking. Why are you doing all the dirty work after you've wiped down your interior piece, Michael? That's a good question. That's because I really didn't think I was going to be doing anything like this today. But it's been out for a long time, like I said, ever since I've had it. And I think it'd be nice to see it lit up. So, for some reason, because I have nothing better to do, I thought I'd go ahead and take on this project. Now, I've noticed already that it's loose. See, the whole console is movable. How's this for a shop light? I have no light, that's the only one I have. Alright, I got this harness disconnected. Took a flathead screwdriver and pressed it in here and kind of gave it a slight, just a very small twist, and it popped right out. So that's done. I'm actually going to take the cup holders off back in the back seat. Those do come off. But yeah, funny thing, I was actually shaking the console back and forth to try and, you know, like it's loose and all, but it actually came on for a little bit, and now it's not on at all. So I don't know why. When you pull it back toward the back seat, the center console, that's, you know, it kind of comes off. I'm still trying to figure out why it's not actually coming up from the back. The stuff in the center console doesn't have to be removed. I tried that before I actually turned the camera back on. There's 4 screws in here. I took them out, and I'm still not really getting any luck with this. But yeah, those lights came on a little bit ago, so maybe it's just a loose bulb, but I cannot figure out why it's not actually coming off. It's completely loose. There's got to be some kind of clips under here. But yeah, so I'm still working with it. Didn't seem this hard from what I saw online now. Tisk tisk. Alright, we got it. You just have to really tug, and eventually it comes off of whatever that thing is. Oh, thank God. Alright, well, there's my shifter, so I'm gonna need both hands. Give me a second. So let me recap everything with you real quick, because this so far is not going as well as I thought it would be. You start off by removing the 4 bolts that I showed you at the beginning. There's 2 in the back toward the bottom of the console on each side, and then 2 pretty much right lined up with the shift lever itself. Go ahead and unplug that harness. And then, I don't really need this right now. And then, once that's done, you want to you gotta nudge the shift or the center console toward the rear seat as best as you can. Like I said, I had to fight with it for a little bit, and you lift it up from the rear. It's a better idea to have the key turned over and put the shifter into another gear, because once you lift up on it, bring it up, you're going to need 2 hands, I think. One second. Alright. And there is the center console. Now, I don't understand how these lights were just working a little bit ago, and now there's nothing. I am so confused. Hey, a peanut. I wonder how long that's been here. Okay. So, oh, it's gone now. I don't think this has to come off. I'm not thinking it has to come off. I hope not. That's just one more thing I have to do. I bet that's it right there. I feel a wire. No? Yeah, it's a wire, I think. Find out in a second. No, I don't know. Hold on. Okay. I found it. Yeah, there you are. It's practically right. Again, I have no good lighting. You have to twist it. Getting it back in there is going to be fun. But almost like in between the N and the D. That's where it is. I twisted it and it came out. I think it's funny that it lit a little bit ago and now it's not lighting at all. Okay, here is the old bulb. As you can tell, it is pretty blackened out, so it's obviously been burnt out. I don't know why it worked earlier. Must have just been on its last leg. But yeah, so that's what the old bulb looks like. These here are the new bulbs. Part 194, Sylvania. I don't know if that number goes for any other brand of bulb or if it's just Sylvania's number, but these are the ones that go into that. I'm actually surprised that I found it. But obviously, you can you can tell the difference between the good bulb and the bad bulb. So this, I'm assuming, will be the easy part. And I got two of them, so I don't know what I'm going to do with the other one. I'm hoping I won't have to do this again. Okay, so here's the socket. You just simply push the bulb into the socket. Carefully, of course. I'm not getting a very good camera angle. I apologize. I'm just going to do this. Okay, snaps right on in there. Let's go ahead and turn on these headlights. Oh, look at that. Yes. All right. By the way, the bulbs at Advanced Auto were like $5. So now, man, it don't take long for that thing to get warm. I'm just trying to figure out how to twist it back in. There's going to be the fun part. Ah, okay, I'm surprised I got it. Alright, it's in there. So, yes! The interior lighting is now complete. After 2 years. Okay, so before I even put this thing back in, I will give you guys a little bit of a closer look on exactly where those bolts and stuff are. Last time I go through this. This looks really funny sitting outside of the car. Okay, here's the side of the console. The one bolt there and the one there. And then on the opposite side, same thing. Now one thing I did notice when I was actually driving to go get the bulbs is this is the thing that the that console snaps into. One of the clips actually broke off from the bottom of the center console. That's probably why it wasn't coming out so easily. I still can't get it out. I don't think it's gonna matter because those bolts go into the sides of this. The bolt holes are on both sides, so it's still not going to go anywhere. So I honestly don't see that being a problem. That is hot. Wow. The exhaust probably runs at the bottom of that. But anyway, yeah, so if you must, be careful when you're trying to pull on that. Like I said, it was pretty tough actually getting that to come loose out of there to begin with. But yeah, my clip broke off, so hopefully it won't be that big of a pain to get in. But once it's bolted down on the sides, I'm sure it's not going to be a problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing back together now. Okay. That was the last bolt that I put on. And the cup holders, snap back in. Good as new. And one thing I've noticed about those clips, they actually, they can be reattached to the bottom of the center console. So both clips are actually on and in place, and it is locked in there just as good as it was before I bolted it. So that concludes that job. I'm not even going to finish cleaning out the rest of the car today. I will do that tomorrow. And it looks like it was never even removed. It's in there pretty good. I don't know why it was zoomed in. All right, I'm so glad that's working. Sweet. Alright, and that's my tutorial on how to take out the center console of your Grand Prix. Oh, one thing I have to do is hook that harness back up. But my last recap for you guys. The 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4 at the very bottom. Disconnect this harness. Get the shifter into a lower gear. Pull from toward the back as best you can. Like I said, those clips might come off. Mine were able to be reattached. You might have to fight with it a little bit. That's what I learned. And then pull it upward from the back and slide it out, because this piece here, as you've seen, is very long. And that is how you take off the center console. The bulb is located in between the N and the D. You'll find the thing. You give it a slight twist and pull it out. Pull the bulb out itself and then pop the new one in. Put it back in, retwist it, and there you have it. Alright everyone, I'll talk to you later.